Like, you can't say, oh, I didn't know that I'm not supposed to stretch out and distort something literally sacred. And then also, yeah, I didn't really know that I wasn't allowed to just cut off the ends of the banner because I thought that those parts just weren't really necessary, even though, again, this is an ancient clan that's still around till this day. You have to show some reverence and respect already. Put some respect on it. Welcome back, besties. Today's video is really important. Now, a few days ago, Sungrand Studios released a video titled, "Okay, Ubisoft, we need to talk." I've been really quiet about this ongoing issue with the gaming industry and DEI firms, specifically the bad actors in those firms. So today's the day that we will talk about it. Let's go ahead and watch his video, react to it. I will give you my 2 cents. Let's get started.
Thank you for joining me. In this video, I will explain the current state of Ubisoft in the games industry and the events and trends in the industry that have led to this outcome. Many events have transpired regarding Assassin's Creed Shadows from Ubisoft. Most recently, Ubisoft has canceled its scheduled participation in the Tokyo Game Show, taking place between September 26 to September 29. Ubisoft has also reportedly canceled the distribution of press preview copies of Assassin's Creed Shadows. Ubisoft has made public merchandise for Assassin's Creed Shadows depicting a destroyed Torii gate to celebrate the diverse characters of the software title in question. The image of a destroyed Torii gate evokes the memory of destruction caused by the atomic bomb detonating in Nagasaki during World War II.
In case you guys missed it, here's the original tweet. So pretty much a figurine of a destroyed Torii gate has been released, which is believed to be based on the one-leg Torii gate that was destroyed in the Nagasaki atomic bombing. I've never seen a one-legged Torii gate other than the one destroyed by the American atomic bomb in Nagasaki. To help someone visualize why this promotional figure can be problematic, it would be like having a figurine of Spider-Man clinging to one of the Twin Towers, but the game was made by a non-American studio. That hits the nail on the head if you wanted some sort of like Western parallel.
In Nagasaki during World War II. Now, you may be forgiven for not knowing this if you are not a Japanese person. If you are a Westerner, it is not beyond reason for you to be unfamiliar with this important cultural information. However, if you claim to represent Japanese culture and history, if you claim to be a diversity consultant or history expert, you have failed at your job disastrously on a fundamental level.
Honestly, they have, because it feels like they're either just that stupid, no offense, or that incompetent, or it was done willfully. And it's hard to believe that they could be that inept at their job. Like, if this company has hundreds of millions of dollars at their disposal to waste, like, and again, they have history experts, they have cultural consultants, diversity consultants, XYZ consultants, like, I find it really hard to believe that it wasn't willful. And I generally like to give people benefit of doubt, but I feel like that was such an insensitive thing that happened.
You have failed at your job disastrously on a fundamental level, and it is clear you are ill-suited to working in this professional capacity.
Amen.
It was the job of diversity consultants, supposed history experts.
At the end of the day, it's your responsibility as the game developer to know that you shouldn't be just throwing in random assets to fill up the landscape of your game. Everything that you put in there should be intentional, and you should know the historical, the cultural context to objects and assets that you use. Like, at the end of the day, you are responsible. No one else is.
Supposed history experts and entire development teams comprised of diverse, inclusive individuals to save the world with their virtuous crusade. But what good have they done so far? Is the world any more united or accepting since their crusade began? It has become increasingly clear to the world that these individuals are failing on even the most basic level, not just as game developers, but as well-adjusted and decent human beings. What can we learn from this situation? How did this outcome eventuate? There are 3 very important lessons we must learn from Ubisoft's failures here. Through Ubisoft's fall, the rest of the games industry can learn and perform course corrections where necessary. First, The management in charge of Ubisoft's brand development and marketing lacks the vision and ability to run a multi-million-dollar company sufficiently. Insufficient management is something we are seeing across numerous entertainment industries today, as we watch major brands and companies sabotage their own commercial viability.
They are shooting themselves in the foot. Okay, so the number one, before I forget, it is about bad management, and leadership needs to be, and there's a dire need for new leadership.
Second, in regards to Assassin's Creed Shadows, the usage of diversity consultants failed to sufficiently provide anything of value to the end product, thus creating an added cost to the development budget with negative benefit. The usage of diversity consultants in this game resulted in a product that neither accurately nor appropriately addresses the topics which it claims are its points of value and most meaningful features, and instead caused harm to our cultural landscape and inflicted insult upon the people of Japan. Third, in regard to Assassin's Creed Shadows and other major titles either launched or announced recently, development teams comprised of diverse individuals who are only allowed to be female or identify with special pronouns are producing products that fail to meet the most basic level of competence. Ubisoft and other large development companies are running mentorship programs and conducting hiring practices specifically to exclude males, and are only hiring very specific kinds of individuals. While there may be individuals out there working in good faith who are appropriate for the role in which they function, these mentorship and hiring practices are bringing a specific group of people to flood the entertainment industry.
Okay, so number one, he was saying bad management and leadership. Number two, DEI firms are not helpful and they are costly. And then number three, he's referring to the discriminatory hiring practices. And the last part was about hiring people that are too similar, that are causing an echo chamber. Okay.
Ubisoft and similar companies are building their teams using radicalized extremists who grew up and live day to day in an internet echo chamber of hatred, where they celebrate destroying the lives of people based on gender and personal views.
Whew, that was loaded, but so true. So true. My issue with echo chambers is that I think people oftentimes confuse support with people that only ever say yes to you and agree with you and think exactly the same way as you and share the same values as you. I am a firm believer that you need to surround yourself with people that support you and also challenge you. So what I mean by that is, yes, you need friends and family members that are there for you, that understand you, that show you empathy and compassion, but you also need people that think differently than you. Every time you engage in a healthy discussion where you have to explain your point of view or your beliefs, that's like you checking in with yourself. Because maybe times passed or things have happened to you where you've changed and you no longer feel the way you do. Or maybe whoever the person is you're engaged in conversation with said something that actually ends up resonating with you. And those are opportunities for growth and change. And you will not get that if you shy away from healthy discussion and put yourself in an echo chamber. You're just not going to grow and change as a human being. I have witnessed my own friends avoid people that don't agree with them. They have cut off mutuals that don't agree with them. And when I ask them why, they'll say, oh, well, it's to protect my mental. And of course, that is something that's really important and worth protecting. But when they use that as a reason over and over and over again, I start wondering if it's an excuse. I think everyone goes through periods of life feeling so overwhelmed, so stressed, and in just such a poor mental state that we can't possibly have any additive stress or friction in our lives. And that is completely normal. Honestly, we've all been there, but regarding the people I just talked about, I do wonder, are they being honest with themselves? Is it because they can't do it, or is it because they won't do it? Can they not handle it, or is that they just don't want to handle it? Because I think that it's really easy to slip into complacency and, end up being a little lazy when you find yourself in a circle with people that never ever disagree with you. There's a saying, and I'm going to be butchering it, but pretty much the only time you experience change is when you step outside of your comfort zone. So I genuinely wonder, are these people able to experience change and growth if they never step outside of their comfort zone. This is this is kind of like my message in a bottle, and I'm just kind of gonna send it out to sea, and hopefully it gets to the right people, because again, I have seen this happen countless times with friends and mutuals online throughout the years, and you know what, it worries me.
Net echo chamber of hatred, where they celebrate destroying the lives of people based on gender and personal views, and using marginalized people as human shields to protect themselves from criticism. These people are not capable of ever accepting that they are wrong. These people are not capable of growing and improving. And these people will not be performance reviewed as they take 8 years and $400 million to produce a product that became nothing more than a noose around the neck of its publisher.
Oh, that was loaded. Shots fired. Holy, okay. I mean, those are facts though. All facts.
These people have clearly shown themselves to lack the life experience needed to create meaningful art and the competence to make a functional product that does not spit in the face of its customers.
Still factual.
But how can they gain life experience? How can they learn meaningful lessons from their lives when they are so busy sitting at home posting 63 tweets every day?
Shots fired again. This man's taking no prisoners today. Whoa.
Sitting at home posting 63 tweets every day. That does take a tremendous amount of effort. Are these the people you want to teach your kids about tolerance and understanding? People who throw tantrums and cry when they receive even the most basic workplace feedback? Are these the people you want to share your workplace with? People who actively set out to destroy your life if you don't blindly parrot their supremacist ideological views? These people do not care about other people, despite the fact that they claim to represent an ever-growing list of checkboxes. They are so far self-absorbed in their own world of self-congratulation, they cannot see the harm they are causing to the world around them and the destruction they bring to the industries in which they have taken jobs which they are clearly ill-suited for.
Do you guys know that online summit between Black Girl Gamers, SBI, and Ashley Parrish, someone from The Verge? So pretty much what Ashley was trying to say is that the average gamer doesn't know what's going on. So they don't know about SBI or DEI firms. They don't really know about Gamergate. Like the average gamer is quote unquote a 13-year-old boy that plays Roblox. I feel like that's a gross underestimation of someone's intelligence, because I see 13-year-olds on TikTok like teaching us and doing looks maxing, mewing. There are now 13-year-old mini Andrew Tates with TikTok accounts like spewing stupid ideology. So, I mean, they shouldn't be online, but they are. Trust me, if they know about Andrew Tate and what he does and what he stands for, they're going to know what woke means or anti-woke means. Also, this idea of being covert and influencing games that's consumed by apparently mostly 13-year-old or young impressionable kids feels really, really dark and insidious. Like, how do you sleep at night? You are clearly coming in with your own agendas. And if I had kids, which I don't, but if I did, I would be like, nah, no effing way. Get out. Stay out of our lives. Go.
The problem is not budget. The problem is not bigotry. The problem is not diversity. The problem is incompetent people who lack life experience and any understanding of the actual world in which we live. The problem is ill-willed individuals being handed roles in entertainment industries, taking away opportunities from people who are significantly better suited for those roles. Ubisoft has blatantly communicated out of touch and dishonest messaging in regards to backlash from Japan and the global community. Ubisoft has employed the use of bots in an attempt to build a false sense of positivity toward their marketing material.
So stupid of them to do. Like, do they think that we just won't find out? That was very foolish, very bad for business.
And attack people online who bring to light Ubisoft's incompetence and insults toward Japan. Ubisoft's stock value continues to plummet. If high-level management does not change, if the hiring practices and development teams do not change, this stock devaluation trend will continue, and Ubisoft will fall. To my fellow game developers and publishers out there, allow me to reassure you and share my confidence with you. No matter how much a diversity consultant threatens you, you have nothing to fear. As long as you focus on producing good games that you care about and you're passionate about, we, your fellow gamers, will have your back and we will support you. We've got.
Honestly, I just gotta say, Sungrand is doing God's work. Like, he is saying what everyone needs to hear, but doing it in an articulative, eloquent, and professional way. He, to me, is like SVB from Overwatch. Like, just someone who has clear values and isn't afraid to stand up and speak for what they believe in. I've been wanting to react to a video about this. There's so many videos out there about Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed, and obviously I watch them. I'm sure you guys do too, but it's hard because I don't want to react to them when the freaking content creator is calling DEI people creatures. Like, wow, I just don't get the whole, oh, you hate me, I hate you back. Let's fight fire with fire. I don't understand how we can get to any sort of progress together. If they hear you call them that, isn't that just going to make them double down? Like, sure, there's poorly adjusted people who are chronically online that probably hate me as we speak, but I don't care. I'm not going to waste my time hating them back. I would rather put my energy towards something positive.
We've got you. And if any of those diversity consultants threaten you again, you tell me about it and I'll handle it. To my fellow gamers, I must humble myself as I make a request of you. I cannot tell you what to do. I can only ask. And I ask this. Please be careful with friendly fire. Women are not the problem. Gay people are not the problem. People of color are not the problem. These are your fellow gamers, your people. They are on your side, and we are all in this together. The problem is incompetence and bad human beings. It is that simple. And lastly, I want to thank you. Thank you all for getting comfortable. Thank you for getting comfortable not owning Ubisoft's games.
Wow, that was really well said. Very respectful, very eloquent, and very, very important for all of us to hear. Wanted to add something I've not seen repeated elsewhere. In the Japanese-American YouTuber Dash Blue's video, his wife, who is fully Japanese, points something out. Actually, a whole slew of things. The woman has eagle eyes, maxed out perception. They are giving Yasuke both clothes and a sword riddled with I'm going to butcher this, Nobunaga's family crest. The issue, you have to ask permission to use that, as that family is still around to this very day. 100% chance they just went and added it, thinking it's fine because historical revisionism is fun. They also added the crest's banners in the games, but then effed up the format, so it's stretched out and cut off on the banners. That is an insult and would have had a banner maker killed for his insolence back in those days. Y'all, that is crazy. That is like, imagine cutting off like the royal coat of arms. Like, you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, it's super intricate. Like, every pixel probably refers to something. Imagine stretching it out and like cutting off the corners and then just plopping it and scattering it about your game and calling it a day. Like, how would that fly? That would be horrible. Everyone would see that and be like, okay, no, that's not okay. Fix it now. Man, that's just, again, that feels willful. That feels targeted. That does feel, you can't say that you were just ignorant and you didn't know, when honestly, it's just a matter of proper editing. Like, you got to blow up an image while keeping its dimensions. Like, you can't say, oh, I didn't know that I'm not supposed to stretch out and distort something literally sacred. And then also, yeah, I didn't really know that I wasn't allowed to just cut off the ends of the banner because I thought that those parts just weren't really necessary, even though, again, this is an ancient clan that's still around till this day. You have to show some reverence and respect already. Put some respect on it. Please go ahead and give Sungrand Studios a follow. emotional. They deserve it. And let me know if you guys like more of this content from me. I think this might be my first reaction video. And, you know, it is a sensitive topic matter that's been sort of simmering and marinating inside of me all these months. I came out a little strong. I'm sorry. I came out a little emotional. Try to keep it cool, but I mean, I can hear my voice. It is louder than it normally is. So sorry about that. I honestly was thinking about doing my own SBI video because my first encounter with SBI had to do with the Crew Motorfest, believe it or not. And I was thinking of telling you guys my experience there. If you guys don't know what that is a racing car game set in Hawaii. Let me know in the comments if you guys like to see that. But anyways, till next time, besties, take care.